What's up, everyone? I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Getting us started in today's video, we've got a clip that was shared by Rose XRP, a key SEC versus Ripple update in March 2023. A key SEC witness was refused yesterday by Judge Torres to testify as to why people were buying XRP. I personally believe this will not be concluding anytime soon. We will be going to trial.
Securities. Now, after a lengthy battle, a district judge may be close to announcing a decision, the outcome of which will impact the entire crypto industry. Joining me now is lawyer John Deaton, who's closely involved in the case, and our own Charlie Gasparino. And you two have had many conversations on there. I've been
battles.
Yes, about this.
You're still with us. I mean, in terms of the case.
Yes, I did.
Explain. You're on the side of the Ripple shareholders, right? You're advising Ripple.
No, I'm for the XRP holders.
I'm sorry. Yes,
the individual retail holders. We have 75,000 plus.
I'm going to get a lot of crap for that.
That's okay. But amicus curiae, the judge. I filed a motion to intervene. The judge said, "Well, I'm not going to let you become a defendant with those 70,000 people, but you can be amicus curiae, you can participate."
And the SEC trying to get you kicked off.
They fought us at the beginning, and then they filed motions, and they tried to kick me off, and
you're still here.
And we got a good victory last night.
Okay, so victory last night was the judge basically said, I'm here. You could have these expert witnesses. SEC can have these expert witnesses. But what he really did was saying, off the checklist is the expert witness decision. The next decision could be summary judgment, correct? Which means she might rule from the bench, either in favor of Ripple or the SEC.
Absolutely, Charlie. This was a Daubert motion. Ripple has 10 expert witnesses, and the SEC has 5. Both sides challenged their experts and saying they should be excluded. The victory we got was there was an expert the SEC was offering who was going to testify as to what XRP holders thought in their head when they purchased XRP. Of course, he never interviewed one single XRP holder in his entire career.
This guy has ESP, huh?
And he received a $3 million contract from guess who? The SEC.
Oh, nice.
To serve as a witness. And so the judge excluded that part of his testimony that he's not going to be allowed. To your point, though, some people believed that the decision on Daubert motions on expert witnesses could come down simultaneously with the summary judgment motion. So I tweeted out yesterday that I wouldn't be surprised if we get a decision in a day now or within a couple of weeks.
And let's be real clear here. If the SEC wins, says, and they hold Ripple liable for selling XRP, which was an unregistered security, big thing, that means just about every crypto, except for maybe Bitcoin, and maybe even Bitcoin, could be considered a security, correct?
Well, I mean, Gensler's come out and said that Bitcoin is the only one he's comfortable saying is a commodity. Right. So I think you can take Bitcoin off the table for that.
Let's just say the SEC wins this, and a lot of people think they will, given what happened with Sam Bankman-Fried. That it's going to be hard for a judge to basically side on in crypto's favor. Does it have a ripple effect through the industry in the sense that how does that make Coinbase? That means Coinbase. That means Binance. All brokered unregistered securities, aren't they kind of on the hook?
Well, it's going to be a huge precedential value if the SEC wins, because when you look at XRP, it was created in 2012. It was the third largest cryptocurrency in the world when the SEC sued Ripple. It was traded, Charlie, Cheryl, for 7.5 years in the United States and around the world openly and fairly without any interaction from the SEC. And then the SEC comes in 7.5 years later, after it was declared convertible virtual currency by the FinCEN, right, and declared by FSOC as virtual currency, by the Government Accountability Office as a virtual currency utilized in a decentralized platform. After all of that, the SEC comes in after all those years.
Okay, they still have a strong hand. If they win, that ripples throughout the industry.
And that's what I was getting at. If XRP
do you think they're going to win?
No. I think the SEC is going to lose, but that doesn't mean Ripple's going to get an outright win either. But I think the SEC is going to lose at summary judgment because of the theory that they went with. Charlie, normally when you go after a promoter, you say, well, on this particular day, you made an unregistered securities offering or sell. And that particular transaction was a security, an investment contract. And now they're saying that all sales of XRP, the token itself is a security. That's the problem.
John, this is why all eyes are on this case, and why Twitter blows up every time you come on the show. Just to point out, guys.
Yes, I think the SEC is going to win. And I'll tell you, it's going to be a bad day for crypto if they win.
Okay, we're going to put that dinner on that.
As always, welcome back to Money Side, your favorite crypto news channel. If you're new here, welcome to the XRP Army. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. That way you don't miss out on our daily crypto news updates. In more interesting news today, we got this tweet from John Deaton. Now, according to a tweet by Meta Lawman, the judge overruled the SEC's objections to expert testimony that XRP is not treated as a security in the IRS code. XRP should not be treated as a security under generally accepted accounting principles, GAAP or GAAP. XRP has commercial utility in a number of use cases. In response to Meta Lawman's tweet, Deaton said that he said from the first day that the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit was filed that it was a major mistake for the SEC to sue Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson individually in a non-fraud case, alleging aiding and abetting. It placed a higher burden for the SEC to meet. Deaton further said that in his opinion, everything was also done to lessen support for Ripple within the industry. The SEC could argue Brad said that he was long on XRP, but was also selling XRP. It's a pure divide and conquer strategy. Let's be honest, it worked. People won't worry about the SEC's bogus underlying claims. In more interesting news today, we've got another tweet. It comes to us from 801 XRP. Senator Hill of Arkansas and Fed Chairman Jerome Powell on digital assets and having states regulate them as they do with insurance and banks.
Yesterday in the Senate, you suggested that you supported a regulatory framework, a broadly regulatory framework for digital assets. Is that right?
Yes.
And is it your view that if we had a regulatory framework here in the United States for digital assets, that there'd be more transparency and rules of the road for both consumers, investors, and developers?
Absolutely.
And would it, if we had those rules of the road for business seeking to use and develop blockchain as a potential new technology in their business and tokenized payments, that again, that would be beneficial to business to know how to go about that?
Yes, and to assure that it's all done in a safe and sound manner when we're talking about banks.
Right. And then my next point would be exactly that, to help banks, investment brokers, custodians understand how they could even participate in that market in a safe and sound manner. Do you agree that a regulatory framework would help on that?
Yes.
And then finally, we've grown up in our country, and it's unique in the world, that we have a dual banking system. And due to a quirk here in Congress over 100 years ago, we have insurance is regulated exclusively by the states.
In another update from Anthony Welfare, he shared that he feels like the markets are about to explode. Well, it seems like the altcoin season may already be with us. My only question to you is, have you secured your bag yet? If not, make sure that you do so that you aren't left behind. And as we wind down on today's video, we've got this tweet from the digital asset investor. He tweeted, "Be prepared when the XRP settlement judgment happens. I expect Gary to call it a victory and his media allies to call it an SEC victory. I believe those of us that know all the ins and outs will see a victory that isn't seen by the general public at first. It will be spun as a loss, in my opinion. Let's say the judge says certain sales from 2013 were securities transactions, but rules that XRP itself and in the secondary market are not securities. The CNBC headline when they have Gary on will be XRP declared a security in court. You be ready for this. These people are corrupt. and proven liars. And I guess this is something we can all agree with. As always, do your own research and always trade safely, guys. Please keep in mind we're not a licensed financial advisor. All videos on this channel are intended for entertainment purposes only. Let us know what you think in the comments section below, and let's have a conversation. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, and please click on that subscribe button below and turn on notifications so you get informed whenever we post our amazing content. Thanks again, and we'll look forward to seeing you on the next Money Side.